5 potential team, but this early into the tournament, they're setting themselves up, baby.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, the big difference now about the finals. Number one, prize pool, first place $700,000, big money. But also the fact that every single game is so crucial. Only 4 days worth of matches here, so you gotta show up and you gotta get it done right here, right now. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we got the playing path. The players are locked, they're loaded. And as you can see, a nice little, north to south playing path here on the west side.
Yeah, but it's on the west side, so for any team looking to drop and move on over to the eastern side, like Kanina Power, like BTR, it's going to be a lot more difficult. So knowing where those spawn points for the vehicles are going to be ever so important. Maybe if you do have a second drop spot, like in the Primorsk area or on the western coastal line, it might be better to opt towards that area. Other than that, it's just a matter of just teams settling down, finding their drop spot, and getting that loot built up.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, baby. And you can see right now, A1 heading off first off the plane over to Severny. They're going to be getting some nice, clean loot up there on the north side. Like you mentioned, man, every single time you have your plane path drop away from you, you got to be careful about those vehicle spawns, because if you have another team drop on it, we could see some runovers happen. But at the end of the day, this is the finals. A lot of these squads have been putting in a lot of research, studying where these different teams land, and man, you want to avoid early engagements as much as you possibly can.
And even when you take into
baby,
I love the fact that I get cut off by a disgusting circle on phase 1. This is a military island circle, pretty much. Okay, it does cover a lot of the mainland, but what that does do is that allows for the teams that have landed up north, like A1, 4AM, even Alpha 7, what they can do is they can rotate once they've looted up on the eastern side by prison shelter area and come in around Milta, and they'll be much better settled and out of trouble coming into phase 1.
I'll tell you that, but you know what that allows? It allows footballers to squeal for joy, because what I talked about earlier, you might see some runovers, and it looks like we might catch one right now. But it looks like they opt to let that member from Konina Power live. I mean, frozen must be, his heart must be frozen right now. Adrenaline at an all-time high, man. He's running for his life, and looks like he may be heading for Razak, as you can see the back of his shirt. But man, what a way to start this match off.
And I think that was quite wise from footballers, because sometimes it can be, you can get so caught up with the potential of like getting an early kill that you forget about, oh wait, we need to loot up, we need to get the advantage, right? And footballers, what they could do is they could actually rotate and shift all the way over to Novo, which was one of their previous drop spots. So they would be very confident looting up in that area.
Well, we'll see right now if it doesn't, backfire on them a little bit, because we do see a couple of members from Konina Power roll up, and it's just Lavazin. Now, he does have this Scorpion and Shotgun. I don't think Black White has anything on him right now. So these guys are just getting started looting. And the shotty, baby, to start things off straight to the face. Hello. This, I'm in the building. I'm in the building right now, and it looks like Axer, he's caught off guard as well.
Left Freedom Rain with a shotgun blast, and then it's another shotgun playing. Salke picks things up, and first couple of kills for footballers to start this game, and not to be sniffed at.
I mean, they got to be pumped up. I mean, they did end up, leaving one of the players from Konina Power alive. And that was their warning, I think. And Konina Power didn't listen. Still headed deep into Military Island. Footballers said, hey, this is our house, baby. And they showed them how to get it done here at the start. We're starting to see some teams try to figure out these rotations. A lot of early shots here. I mean, man, military circles. Always a lot of action, baby. Always.
It is also just hampered by such a harsh playing path, where we're seeing teams kind of cluster together initially. Zeus, Power Triple 8, and Navi all around the North George area, and then you have DA, Abrupt Slayers, and even Nova around down on the western side of this phase 1, and you have A1, 4AM, and Alpha around on the north. So, closer to teams for now, but as we look to see them hopefully settle down in these drop spots, like I said, they will grab their composure. Solus, though, does spot a couple of the Abrupt Slayers players.
Yeah, Class Digital Athletics, they've been killing it so far. Currently in first place, really split up. Yeah, Solus always running that off angle. But here comes Crazy, their #1 fragger on the buggy, getting caught by that off angle. Silas is. And Sharif's going to be able to jump on out with that Uzi, and they're going to shut that push down really quick. So, I mean, a great start to the tournament so far, but here in match number 4, looks like they're going to have to survive with a duo. But hey, Solus, you got a couple shots off there.
That was a massive mistake in my eyes for Silas and Ray Z, because Solus got information on that rotation by Brupslayers into Ferry Pier area. There was no need for Class 2 send to their players in so heavy without communicating what I presume was a lack of communication with Solus. They could have actually gotten that pincer movement by using Solus to gather more information and go for a much more calculated engagement.
I mean, they could be feeling themselves. I mean, they've been crushing it so far, so maybe they're like, hey, you know what? Let's just push it on over. But at the same time, you got to respect these teams. I mean, we got the best on the planet playing here. I mean, if you just get a little lazy on just one player, we've seen some 1v4s happen in the past, so we'll definitely see how these teams opt to make these adjustments going on. Nova heading on over to Military Circle, able to get through that bridge relatively safe, but oh, Order catching Kegzo, trying to do a pit maneuver. Oh, switches seats with the Thompson, puts a couple shots onto him. Looks like they're gonna let him take off on his merry way, though. That was a close one.
If that was any other vehicle, I reckon he still would have died, because as much as another vehicle would have given him more protection, that bike is super fast on acceleration,
100%.
right? So he was able to just get out of the line of sight of those shots. But BTR Zuxi is going to come in, gets one knock, gets a second knock, and that's 2 kills for BTR.
That's huge. They needed this. I mean, they definitely need to get some early kills to kind of get that momentum going, to get a little bit more confidence. Because, I mean, the way they started off this tournament, it's pretty relatively shocking, at least in my eyes. But match number 4, this is a really good turning point to kind of show up, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do that. And as we look on over, we're seeing these teams still getting looted up. One thing, I know you guys can't tell right now, but on the map, 4 a.m. coming always north side. Never mind, yeah, 4 a.m. getting caught by A1 Esports. Wrong building, sir. Wrong building.
And that was purely down to a slow rotation from 4 a.m. outside of Yasnaya, because you got to think, A1, they dropped in Severny. In theory, they should have been behind 4 Angry Men, but because they rotated earlier, they were able to catch him. Not before Suk does get a cheap kill for his troubles.
Suk, I mean, with that DP, these guys are so good using that weapon from long range, just absolute laser beams. And I think that at the same time, I mean, A1 is still pretty north of this circle. I just think
that's fair.
I think 4 a.m. just like, hey, there's no way there's going to be a squad here in these buildings, but hey, you gotta scout.
The unexpected.
Yeah, constantly. I mean, especially with this much money on the line, only a few matches to play, can't make any mistakes. But it looks like we got a nice bow tape, baby, from Power Triple H. Shout out to my man Mustache Dave. You know that we love them bow tapes, but dude, this is what I'm talking about.
I always remember the first thing that really surprised me in a positive way when it came to boat rotations were Team Queso.
Oh yeah.
Back in 2019, the prelims in Berlin. And ever since then, I've kind of always looked out for a team that's not afraid to pull out a nice, clean, classy botation. And especially with the military island phase 1, there's a much higher chance that the southern part of the island, untouched, unscouted, unlooted, unbooted, and Power AAA taking advantage of that.
Got to be real careful, though. I mean, that boat, it's like 9 bullets, and that thing is exploded. So you'll see, like, if a player even hears a shot comes at that boat, everybody jumps out. But it looks so far, I know you guys can't see it right now watching, but it looks like they're going to be able to make a decent rotation. But hey, we got a second boat tape. Looks like coming from NAVI. And at the end of the day, I can't really blame them. I mean, especially considering you got to know that those bridges are completely locked up.
I think that might be too late, though.
That's true. They are already behind right now.
Like, it comes to a point, that threshold of a boat rotation where it kind of goes from good to bad is very fine. We'll have to see how it works out. Phase 2 pops up. It centers up quite nicely, but what is actually quite good for the teams is that it still stays down south with like 90% of the circle on the military island.
Yeah, I love to see this cam right now as we're watching a race with the boats, baby. A boat racing simulator right here, right now live. And full squads, I mean, just rocking this strategy. Suk got a little boat on his lonesome over here, just trying to play it safe. I mean, we're seeing all the strats being pulled out here at the PMGC.
Looking at where teams are currently positioned, Alpha 7, who has been noted on the analyst desk, have kind of opted to go for the edge of circle positions and maybe relying too heavily on kills, are still actually in the blue. They're nowhere near the northern edge of this circle. I fear that's going to once again hurt them at the end result of this game.
Yeah, you're going to have to be able to pull off some massive kills, but you got to get those results, those final placements as well. But then again, I mean, this tournament, 24 matches total, so, you know, if you're able to get a good couple chicken dinners, that's going to be brutal. But we'll see right now is Order putting down some fire onto RRQ. They don't have a boat. They wouldn't be one right now if they even had one, as you got to watch out for that DP. But they're just trying to sneak their way, swim on way into this military circle.
Canina Power down to one player. Gonzo's left standing, but the members of Footballists are surrounding him, swarming him like flies to light as Rom dips down with the buggy. He might not know Gonzo's there, actually.
Yeah, snake in the grass, something you always have to worry about. Rom is going to be able to get this loot. They do have 3 kills to start off this match, so they're feeling off pretty well. 2 on the side of Canina Power, as we saw at the initial drop, and it is just gone. Oh, what? Loots!
I know.
With the vehicle! Oh, if he would have killed them with that vehicle, that would have been insane. But Gonzo, he heard that, and he is just staring in that direction. He is just holding this dip for dear life.
Like, the Zen mentality required to not fire shots in this situation, even though you are the last player standing on your team, it requires more than you think, right? You know, and I think as an ex-pro player, you would understand this a bit more. It's natural for a player to want to shoot right, to want to get those shots off and get that knockdown, but when you're on your own, you have to stay composed.
That trigger discipline, you gotta have it, and especially considering that, you know, he's on his lonesome right now. Even if he gets a knock and thirst, the rest of that squad's gonna come in hot to get that finish. So opting to play it safe for now, can't blame them. We'll see the rest of these squads try to figure out their way in. We still have a few teams have not made it yet into the military circle. Alpha 7, they're coming in really late from the north side. A1 holding that bridge on the east side right now, and it looks like that bridge is clear. But at the same time, I mean, you always got to be careful. You never want to get bridge camped.
They will want to scout this a little bit, even if it's just for 30 seconds, send a player over. Possibly, even though they're down to 3 players, even just to send a player over and make sure it's all clear across the way. Gonzo has been able to survive as Footballists opt to play for the central area before this next circle pops up. NAVI, Power Trip late, they both survived the boatations.
Yeah, and you can see right there, RX Jax did hop in the boat over there on the side, so they're trying to scout it out and play it real careful as A1, I'm sorry. And look at this circle rotation. Imperium, tell me all about it.
Man, pretty much all the teams that were looking good inside the previous circle are looking good in this circle. It's clustered over to the west side. It does hurt Team Seeker, who are still in the mainland. RQ also might get punished unless the teams that are in front of them get distracted as Footballists looking for the side of NAVI.
Oh, look at this. Shots going all over the place. Rom wide out in the open. Haven't hit that lay down behind that bug. He needs to get out of here, though. Yeah, unfortunately, just stuck out of position. Is going to get pieced up by NAVI and thirsted here.
And that, to me, that was kind of Footballists just taking a rotation that they didn't know about.
Yeah, that's a really tough one, though. It looks like Solke. It isn't Sunday. He's going to have to hold it down, though, with that Uzi. 1 HP, trying to pull up some shenanigans. Oh, throws the Molotov. Gets the nice little burn there onto Zeus, but Zeus coming in hot, baby. They're going to get that finish on the Footballist.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Nice play by Zeus. Hey, their team that really have had a very progressive set of games so far without really sparkling. So if they can just kind of stay working on this effort, I really think they'll get more strong results.
Yeah, right now, Bigatron, they're set up really pretty right now. Micro Boy, I mean, just not even holding his gun, just playing it really, really passive. These guys need to put some points on the board as soon as they possibly can. Ryzen doing the same thing. We're starting to see some action, though, on that bridge. A1 with the Dante with a great shot there onto Senatexa. This is zone number 3. It's starting to hurt a little bit. And he's going to get that first aid, get these confirms. I mean, every point is just so critical, so crucial in these finals. And Dante, I got a chance to talk to A1. Dante, he's their main fragger, and he's the first one in the building, and he's also a thumbs player. Thumbs gyroscope. You don't see that very often coming from your rusher on your squad, but man, he's doing a damn good job so far.
as are the whole of A1, right? They're the sole representatives of Bangladesh. The first time a Bangladesh team has been at a major PUBG Mobile tournament. So joy Bangla to them as they look to fight their way into the top of the overall standings, one game at a time.
I love that ejection as well. I mean, he got that confirmed, got that point, said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take on off, get to zone, and they're going to be able to make it out alive so far. But right now, looking at the map, we're starting to see Abrupt Slayers getting a little bit of action with Team Secret. RQ rolled up onto Bigatron, and did D2E get that two-piece right there?
Fantastic play by RQ, but I will say it was off the back of BTR being distracted by the likes of Aerowolf in front of him, maybe not expecting a team to be coming from the coastal line beside him, but you got to surprise, you got to be able to prepare for that. And BTR, once again, looking a little bit slow on these circle shifts to react to them.
I'm surprised. I mean, they're playing this super passive. I mean, usually we see them when they have this kind of zone just play a little bit more aggressive, but I mean, RRQ, I mean, that is nothing but an aggressive squad. So they're going to push you if they catch you slipping, and that's exactly what they did. Next zone, going on up to the nice little north shift, back into the mountainside. So we're going to go ahead a little bit further away from military base. It's going to be interesting to see these squads set up here.
And it's going to be so important for Airwolf to join up as a full squad in the center of this phase because they want to create a metaphorical controlling area around them. Abrupt Slayers down to one, Cherry thrown down. He's going to get taken out, and U-High, boy, rocks up high, grabs that final kill. Abrupt Slayers are out of here.
U-High getting it done right. Love to see that for Team Secret. Moving on over, Dante just came from that bridge. Ooh, what a spray right there. Catching just the tip of the head of Corpai, getting him knocked down. You know, he's got to be feeling himself after that one. And at the same time, they got to get into zone, get a secure position, and gatekeep the heck out of Power Triple Eight. You know that's what's on their mind.
Plus, they've also got to recognize 4AM and Alpha 7 playing along this area as well. A1 a little bit split off, but 4AM, they don't seem to really know where they want to go on this entryway into the circle.
Yeah, this reminds me of that Miramar match. You know, they kind of got caught up position. They're kind of riding that blue. They love to go ahead and just hug that circle, go to that hard shift side where it's normally open. But at the same time, this is zone 4. That Papa Blue starts chunking you. And oh, 6-9, snaking his way, getting caught by Alpha 7. Dante, looks like it's all up to him to figure this one out for his team.
See, here's the thing. What's all around him is pretty much open, bar a few up and downhill areas. So really, you got to stay prone down and hope for the best on this next circle shift. The Team Seeker spray up and look for the members of Nova.
King just looks like to barely make it out of alive, and just like that, Paraboy and the rest of his squad able to get some nice suppressive fire to give his teammate a chance to survive, but they are definitely starting to get pinched right now. One thing you got to give it to Nova, they're so good at playing separate. I mean, there's synergy just to be able to get those comms and get that support, second to none.
And keep up as a full squad as well on the western side of this phase 4. Looking pretty good. They have a hillside all to themselves. Team Secret maybe could have breached on that area in vehicles rather than going for the shots on the outside. They could get pinched up in the end. Zeus looking down on the southwest of this phase 4 on the edge of the circle. As DA just send their final 2 players much closer to the center of the circle.
Starting to see a lot of these teams, you know, just group up in these locations. Right now, looking at Airwolf, Limax, they're dead center of the zone. Full squad up. This could be a good opportunity for them to put some points on the board, but you got to be able to hit those shots. Team Secret playing this really tight. They'll catch order, a little bit pressed up. He's getting some great support from his squad, though, and he's got that Thompson in hand as well. Matt Toy with the jump shots. You know, he knows how to get that done. And right now, it's up to them to be able to finally press onto Nova. But, man, they're doing a great job at defending themselves right now.
Nova has King in the back line, just providing that suppressing support. So if Team Secret rock up over the lip of that hill, even an inch, King is ready to just take those headshots off. So really, Team Secret are at the back end of it. They're by the blue zone. They've got a couple of smokes that they're able to utilize. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is nearing the end of Team Secret's game 4.
The amount of synergy you have to pull that kind of split push up from Nova is ridiculous, and they're doing it perfectly right now. Order getting that information. You know, he hopes he had some more nades to his hands right now to be able to get some good kit onto Team Secret, but they are going to be holding this position. A lot of smokes. They still have that dossier. They can definitely make it out of this, but the zone. Oh, what a shift, Imperium.
And what's so important for Nova is because it's shifted down south where they're going to have quite an easy entry point into this phase 5, they got to close out this engagement quickly. And they send Jimmy 4 closer to the northwestern edge of the circle just to gather a little bit of information. So that's great teamwork and great preparation from the Nova boys.
And we're seeing these squads get a move on it real quick. Team Secret almost shoulder to shoulder right now, putting on that suppressive fire to Nova. They got to be able to get these shots off so they can get a position inside this circle. But man, with this kind of zone, Imperium, there's no cover here. I mean, this is all open field. You got to hit some mad shots if you want to take this chicken dinner home.
On a side note, this circle shift really benefited Navi. Yes, okay, they're still actually inside the base by the edge of the road, but everybody up in the north, northeast, northwest, they're going to take each other out on their entryway into circle, and Navi can just wait, hold it out, and then pick up the pieces.
Yeah, we'll see right now how they opt to get that done. There goes Nova, XQF, eliminated in 11th place. A lot of these teams just holding that position. You see Zuxi from Bigatron Esports just holding that shack right now, trying to get some placement points for his squad. Airwolf, the team I was talking about, they had a really good position. They still have a darn good spot right now, but they got to defend it.
They're 1-1-1-1 split. That's crazy at this stage of the game. You need to be joining up minimum 2-2 in my eyes, but let's see how it works out for them. RQ and Airwolf along with Alpha 7 are going to be engaging on each other, getting inside that US. Going to look to disengage. Is that a wise choice? Well, it should work out for now.
If they had a full squad with them, they would have been able to engage it. But now that the fact that they're so split, I mean, they had to go ahead and take off from it. So it looks like they're going to be able to get that survive for now. Super Una is all to his lonesome, though. He's going to have a 1v2 situation with 4 angry men. You can see him throw those nice little nades there, trying to get some intel. Hitting those little jumps. Yeah, just trying to be able to get these shots. And he's starting to press this one right now against 4 angry men.
It pushed him through. A lovely clean knock initially onto Zingy, and let's see if we can get the last kill onto Zook.
I mean, this is against the #1 team right here. These guys are the league play champions, and he was able to get the 1 piece, looking for the 2. Can he get it done? He has a great position. Potato coming in for the assist, but they're getting third party now. Oh, and the nade coming down. It looks like it's right next to that UAS. Hits, but oh, he is able to survive by just an inch of his teeth.
Oh man, the revives coming through from Suck onto Zingy. Power 888 also maybe looking to get into the action a little bit as the last player standing. The circle did kind of center up, goes northwest, and Navi still up as a 3-man team.
I mean, look at this from Rex from long distance. I mean, just put a little thorn in the side of Airwolf Limax right there. So that third party definitely was a lifeline for 4 angry men. Gave him a little bit more time to get that reset. But here comes zone number 6, and this one hurts. I mean, Airwolf Limax, they got to get a move on it right now.
They got to push. They've got to be aggressive. They got to be controlling if they're going to even get to the edge of the circle. Never mind win this game. Zingy Suck separate because they know that with a couple of grenades, they can't afford to be too close together. Last player, Triple Eight, like I said, get a little bit closer. Tixie from Navi, along with that spread out play, could also find the angles onto either 4 angry men or Airwolf.
I mean, look how 4 angry men are just controlling this, gatekeeping so hard with only 2 players. I mean, this is the top squad for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how they're able to hold it on, though, as Airwolf now getting pushed by the blue zone. Some smoke's coming out. Gonna have to make some plays, but there's in here with that DP. Beautiful peaks right here, down to 1 HP. Oh, peeks back and forth on the Renare, and there is Airwolf Limax taken out, and 4 angry men just so tough to kill.
The end of the day, it all came down to the fact that Airwolf left it too late to join up as a full squad, and it just steamrolled. It went against them little by little, and 4 angry men, you got to be able to get the better of them. You got to be able to shut them down. But as we get down to the final 5 teams, Team Seeker are doing a hell of a job with 6 kills so far in this game.
Crushing it, and you can just see him right now. Yuhai just literally spinning in a circle right now. They're completely pinned right now by Digital Athletics and Navi. Just trying to figure out where the best shots are. Solus, he is stuck by that crate right now. You know, he's not going anywhere. Next zone, though, is going to go on up, and it is going to favor pretty much all these teams, but it is full-on snake time, baby, here in match number 4.
It is unfortunate for Digital Athletics. The one player that was inside the circle is knocked down. Lovely grenades being thrown out by Old Boy, suppressing Team Seeker. The good thing for Team Seeker is that they have a rock, they have 2 vehicles, and they have a tree, so they're able to create a little bit of a separation. against the members of NAVI.
Oh, Sook. You know this guy does not miss. Able to get another nice kill. And now 4 Angry Men are going to have the man advantage. Just 2 Angry Men. I mean, these guys, I kid you not, you get knocked after knocks on them, but they just get so many resets and are just so difficult to take out.
Final
10
4
kills.
teams. Final 4 teams. 2, 1, 1, 1 as the last player to Shot Athletics goes out.
Yeah, there goes Class Solus. That is their support player taken out in 4th place. But you got to give it up to this squad. I mean, always consistent. Even when they don't have a ton of kills, in the top 5 every single time. But right now, we got 3 teams remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Nice little zone shift on over to pretty much nobody. So, I mean, all these teams are going to have to snake their way in. But it is going to be a duo of Team Secret against 4 Angry Men. Look at those shots from Yuhai. Able to get a nice little Vic explosion knock.
It's also completely flat, realistically. So the only way you're going to survive getting into the circle is by getting hopefully to the next tree to get into the to the next checkpoint, so to speak. And with 2 other teams around you for 4 Angry Men, they're kind of getting swiped from either side. The only thing they can hope for is that, oh boy, he does get that first knockdown, and that could be the sign for 4 Angry Men to fire on through.
You know, that first nade is an eviction notice, baby, and old boy is throwing down the rest. A little bit short, though. That was a great one to start off, but it looks like Yuhai is going to get that reset off. What a play right there, and there goes Yuhai. I mean, just putting in some work on the 4 Angry Men now, trying to get this thirst, and he's going to get it done. So that is a huge, huge finish for them. Teams remaining. We'll see right now, Matt Toy, I mean, just putting in so much work. Team Secret want this chicken dinner. 8 kills to their name. What a big performance from him. Old boy, though, just snaking on his lonesome. Be a thorn in the side of both these teams, but he's going to have to get moving into the zone right now. Oh, what a charge shot from Yuhai. Almost like they baited him out right there. What a great play, and now it is a 2v1. It looks like it's all Team Secret to finish this out, but Old Boy gets a huge knock. It is up to him now. 1v1 between Matt Toy. Oh, no my goodness! Old Boy shutting it down. 2v1 snake play, baby. That is how you get it done.
Nails Vincere. NAVI comes in with the clutch.